Tujiamini kwa ukombozi wetu, tujitoe wenyewe, tusimame pamoja kulinda uhuru na umoja wetu. Enyi Bwana na binti wa Afrika, mwili wa jua, mwili wa anga, tuifanye Afrika mti wa uzima. Tuungane sote, tuimbe pamoja, kuenzi shikamano hatima yetu. Tujitoe wenyewe kupambana pamoja, uhuru na umoja vitawale. Enyi Bwana na binti wa Afrika, mwili wa jua, mwili wa anga, tuifanye Afrika mti wa uzima. Tuungane sote na tujibidishe kutoa kilicho bora kwa Afrika, chimbuko la wanadamu, chemchemi ya utamaduni, tumaini letu wakati wa mafarakano. Enyi Bwana na binti wa Afrika, mwili wa jua, mwili wa anga, tuifanye Afrika mti wa uzima.
It is Humans TV Africa you are watching live here. It is Humans TV Africa watching us live whenever you are, wherever you are. And this is Kato Mukasa for Humans TV Africa. And of course, in the studio is Hussein Baya, based in Kenya. Now, Humans TV Africa is a registered media charity organization. We are registered as a media company to do media work around the world. We have offices, studios in Uganda, studios in Kenya, Zambia, Zimbabwe. We have studios in Sierra Leone. We have studios in Ghana, Nigeria. We have studios in the UK, and of course, studios in the USA. And we are still growing, calling upon people to join us to open up more studios in your country. Now, we want to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel. We have a channel on YouTube. We have a channel on TikTok. Of course, we have an account on Facebook. Our name is Humans TV Africa. We have a WhatsApp number, and of course, we have a website. Our website is www.humanstv.africa. You can see it on your screen. How about joining us? And we work together. Having said that, today we are doing what we are known to do, promoting human rights, defending human rights. As a lawyer, one of my obligations with Humans TV Africa is to talk about the law, but also to see that people are aware of the law. Today, I talk about Gaza, and specifically, I talk about ICJ, the International Court of Justice that sits in Hague, Netherlands. Remember, we have a case that South Africa took to the International Court of Justice, a case against Israel. South Africa was the view that Israel is committing a genocide in Gaza. And the lawyers of South Africa were clear, made their case clear. Another lawyer was impressed because they justifiably presented a case against Israel. They showed that Israel is committing a genocide in Gaza. Israel is bombing people without discrimination. It's not even targeting Hamas. It's targeting the entire population in Israel. That's a genocide. They are killing people, children, mothers with babies, pregnant women, young people, adults, invalids. So far, 26,000 people have been killed in a matter of weeks. And the world is laid back, watching helplessly as Israel commits a genocide. Israel has stopped water from running in Gaza. They have cut off electricity. They have cut off food supplies. They are bombing mosques. They are bombing hospitals. They are killing tens of thousands of people in Gaza. And the world is watching. Now, South Africa did something heroic. South Africa went to court and said a genocide is going on. South Africa presented their cases clearly in the court. And they said, we want an immediate ceasefire. Number two, we want Israel to allow food go in Gaza. And Israel must accept that they are committing a war crime. Believe me, of course, Israel denied everything that was tabled before the ICJ court. But the court decided, even when Julius Sebutinde, a justice from Uganda, I come from Uganda, I'm a lawyer, but a senior lawyer from Uganda, who is a member of the ICJ court, basically rubbished every ground that South Africa raised against Israel. Julius Sebutinde, a justice from Uganda, a fellow lawyer like me, a senior lawyer who sits on this court, who is a member of this court, rubbished every ground that South Africa raised. According to Julius Sebutinde, a Ugandan lawyer, thought that there is no genocide going on in Gaza. Yet, other members on the panel, other members in this court agreed with South Africa that a genocide is going on, though they never pronounced it. They came short of pronouncing it. In fact, they didn't even order an immediate ceasefire, even when they agreed that something terrible was going on. Now, it means that somewhat South Africa did not achieve their objectives. Have a look at these videos.
Seven Palestinians are being killed and are at risk of being killed each day, many of them literally blown to pieces. They include 48 mothers each day, 2 every hour, and over 117 children each day, leading UNICEF to call Israel's actions a war on children. On current rates which show no sign of abating, each day, over 3 medics, 2 teachers, more than 1 United Nations employee, and more than 1 journalist will be killed, many while at work or in what appear to be targeted attacks on their family homes or where they are sheltering. The risk of famine will increase each day. Each day, an average of 629 people will be wounded, some multiple times over, as they move from place to place, desperately seeking sanctuary. Each day, over 10 Palestinian children will have 1 or both legs amputated, many without anaesthetic. Each day, on current rates, an average of 3,900 Palestinian homes will be damaged or destroyed. More mass graves will be dug. More cemeteries will be bulldozed and bombed and corpses violently exhumed, denying even the dead any dignity or peace. Each day, ambulances, hospitals and medics will continue to be attacked and killed. The first responders who have spent 3 months without international assistance, trying to dig families out of the rubble with their bare hands, will continue to be targeted. On current figures, one will be killed almost every second day. Sometimes an attack's launched against those attending the scene to rescue the wounded. Each day, yet more desperate people will be forced to relocate from where they are sheltering, or will be bombed in places where they have been told to evacuate to. Entire multi-generational families will be obliterated, and yet more Palestinian children will become WCNSF, Wounded Child, No Surviving Family, the terrible new acronym born out of Israel's genocidal assault on the Palestinian population in Gaza.
Judge
Wounded
voted
child.
against all counts of South Africa's case at the International Court of Justice, where Israel was under accusation of a heinous genocidal intent against the Palestinian people. The judge also had voted against the count of bringing humanitarian aid to the Palestinian people, a vote that many people found to be quite evil, to say the least. Well, Justice Julia Sebutinde, which is her name, she has now been appointed Vice President of the International Court of Justice. Now, this appointment is to me what her mysterious pattern of behavior was all about. It is possibly what she was expecting to get in exchange for voting the way she did. Actually, this appointment confirms my suspicions. Thank you.
Occupied refuse to submit. When they continue to resist, we drop all pretense of our civilizing mission and unleash, as in Gaza, an orgy of slaughter and destruction. We become drunk on violence. We kill with reckless ferocity. We become the beasts we accuse the oppressed of being. We expose the lie of our vaunted moral superiority. We expose the fundamental truth about Western civilization. We are the most ruthless and efficient killers on the planet. This alone is why we dominate the wretched of the earth. It has nothing to do with democracy or freedom or liberty. These are rights we never intend to grant to the oppressed. Honor, justice, compassion, and freedom are ideas that have no converts, Joseph Conrad reminds us. There are only people without knowing, understanding, or feelings who intoxicate themselves with words, repeat words, shout them out, imagining they believe them, without believing in anything else but profit, personal advantage, and their own satisfaction.
Well said. Well said. Some people in this world benefit from other people's death. Some people in this world celebrate other people's murder. A genocide is going on and people don't care. Actually, many people support what's happening in Gaza because of their religious affiliation, because of their ethnicity sometimes, or because of their racial biases. South Africa went to court and asked court to order Israel to stop its operations in Gaza. What did the court rule? The court instead said that is going to only grant emergency orders. What does that mean to a non-lawyer? This is the International Court of Justice. South Africa presents a case. Babies are dying. No food, no electricity, no medicine. And the bombings are not stopping. South Africa says, order Israel to stop the bombing. And the court instead says, the bombing won't stop, but let there be emergency orders. Allow food to come in. allow emergency parties to come in. But the court fell short of pronouncing itself on the basic needs of the people to stop the bombing in Gaza. And instead, Julius Septinde, a Ugandan lawyer like me, who sits on this court, a senior, well-respected lawyer, did not look at the human rights crisis of the people in Gaza, did not look at the babies dying in Gaza, did not look at the dire situation, the lack of water, the lack of electricity in Gaza, did not look at the new crop of children without a home and without parents. Julia Septinde did not look at this. She alone rubbished every ground South Africa had raised. After the verdict, as we read today, Julia Septinde has been appointed the vice chair of the International Court of Justice. She's among the very first to have this position as an African. The question was Julia Septinde bribed? Was her decision to rubbish everything from South Africa based on her desire to have this position at the International Court of Justice? I was in Netherlands. I went to Hague. I know this court. And as a lawyer, I find this court a laughing stock. I'll repeat it. As a lawyer, I've gone to Netherlands. I've gone to Hague. I know this court. But I find the decision of this court very laughable, very unfortunate, that you leave a people in Gaza to continue to be bombed and massacred, and you fall short of stopping the war in Gaza, stopping a genocide in Gaza. This is unfortunate. Let's have a look at other images and we end the show. More images that shows that there is a conflict of interest, and of course, there is a genocide in Gaza. If these images can be seen, well and good. There is a conflict going on. You are accepting the Ugandan, basically rubbishes everything that other lawyers are seeing as something not really good going on in South Africa. So the court, even when it ordered emergency orders, the court did not save the people in South Africa from the brutality coming out of IDF arms. Thank you so much for watching this show. We are still saying that a genocide is going on in Gaza, and we want this genocide to end. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in for the next episode on Humans TV Africa. See you in the next one.